Hey, what's going on, guys? Okay, so I get asked questions all the time about leather working and everything else, and how to do certain things, and how to make certain sheaths. I was working on a couple of these sheaths here for the Mora Companion and Robust and all that good stuff, and I actually wanted to show you guys a trick. So this sheath here that I'm working on, you can see that I'm going to have to stitch these into that. Now, when you go putting your needle through, sometimes the holes just don't quite line up and you gotta fish for it and find it and everything else, and it can be really frustrating. So I wanted to show you guys a quick tip on how to eliminate that and make this a lot easier on yourself. Okay, so the only item that you're really going to need other than your needle and your thread and everything is maybe a scratch awl. Okay, these things are very handy to have, very multi-purpose when it comes to leather working. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come right here to my first stitch hole. Okay, now I am actually going to take my awl and I am going to put it through my second hole, just like that. Okay, so now it's in my second hole, so now my first hole should be lined up for me just fine. And you can see that we was able to go through very easily. Okay, so now that I got that started, I'm going to hold my loop down, pull my awl out, and I'm going to fish it through the third hole, and that will align my second hole. This is rather difficult to do on camera. Pull it tight, and there we've got our first stitch. And now it's just as simple as repeating that process. Move our awl over one place and continue stitching this. Now, on stitching like this, you usually ain't going to have a problem getting those to line up because you've either drilled out or put an awl through all pieces of leather at the same time, and so they're just going to line up, real nice. But on pieces like this, sometimes those holes, they line up, but that leather kind of fights you, and you will have to fish for the next hole and everything else. So I just wanted to show you guys that nifty little trick right there, and maybe that will help some of you guys with some problems that you might be having when it comes to stitching. Okay, and there you go. Just like that, you've got your belt loop all sewed up, nice and strong, and it wasn't a pain in the butt like it could be normally. So, hope you guys have enjoyed this tip. If there's anybody out there that has any advice for me, maybe you know a better way to do that, please share it with me. Always happy to hear advice and tips myself. So, as always, guys, have a good one.